What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Taco Garage. This right here, this is probably the best way to control your Squadron 2.0's Pros or Standard or whatever. So from factory, you're gonna get a little switch like this one, but that's pretty ugly. It doesn't fit anywhere. It does have the dual function though, so that's something that's important for these lights because now they come with a dual function. They come with a backlight, they come with a main light. So you need a way to control them, and then a standard switch like this one with a single function is not gonna be enough because you have the backlight feature. And you could say, yeah, maybe I can just wire it up to the fuse box and have it turn on with ignition, and that's gonna turn your backlight on. And sure, that is a good way to wire up the backlight. Most people want it on with the truck and then that's it, you forget about it. But the problem is it's not that easy to switch colors when you have it wired up like that. If you have it on ignition, you can't just flick ignition on and off constantly, which is what you need to do to change the backlight color on the Squadron 2.0. So it is handy to have a switch like this one to control the backlight. So that's where this comes in. This right here was made and engraved for the Squadron specifically. It is a sort of a standard dual switch, so this will work with anything you want to connect to it, any kind of lights or any kind of electronics that are switchable. This will work with them. This is just a square switch for the new generation Toyotas. It's gonna fit in any blank spot that you have on your 4Runners, on your Land Cruisers, on your even Corollas, on your Tacomas, on everything. But because we're selling so many Squadron 2.0s, we decided to make one that's specifically for the Squadron 2.0s. So the engraving matches the shape of the Squadron 2.0s and the outline, and it just symbolizes the backlight versus the main light. You get the point. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to install it. It's a very simple wiring, but I do wanna show you where everything goes just to make it a little bit easier for you guys when you're wiring this up. You can pick one up at thetacograge.com. Link is down below as well. So if you're interested, just go check the link on the description. They are currently in stock, but I cannot guarantee that they will be in stock by the time you go and click the button. So hurry up if you wanna get one of these. But if you already have it and are just figuring out how to install it, continue watching this video, I will explain. So what you're gonna need here is very basic electrical tools. Just a pair of pliers, you're gonna need to strip a couple of wires and make some new connections to your new aftermarket switch, which I guess the old one is also aftermarket because it's Bauer Designs, but whatever, you get the point. So anyways, we have our lights here, we have the harness that comes with the Squadron 2.0s, and then we got our switch. So what we're gonna do first, this is your factory switch, or not the Baja Design switch, you know what I'm talking about. So on your switch, you got 5 wires, or what it looks to be 5 wires, but in reality is just the yellow, white, blue, and then a single black wire that loops into the other terminal behind the switch. So you're just gonna, if you cut it here, it's only 4 wires. So that's what we're gonna do. We only need the 4 wires. We don't need that 5th leg, that splice on the black wire. We don't need that. So let's just open it up, cut these wires, and have them ready to make our connections. Another thing, before you get started, you wanna make sure that there's no power to any of those leads. So disconnect the harness, either disconnect it or you can just pop the fuse out of the little fuse link there, and that's gonna cut the power to the rest of it. So it doesn't matter once you do that, but make sure you do that because otherwise you might potentially fry something. So, all right, so this is the Baja Design switch. If you pull this back, you'll see that the 2 black wires, the 2 ground wires, they're just shared. They share the same main wire, which is this right here, and then that goes into this terminal, and then it loops back into the other one. You don't need the 2, so you can just remove those, or even cut it over here, and that's it. In fact, you can cut the whole thing right about here. That's gonna leave you with 4 wires, and in this case, I already did it before, so I'm not gonna waste this switch, but I'm gonna show you what the end result is. So if you cut it a little bit further back than that loop, you end up with 4 wires. Here they are. So they're yellow, black, blue, and white. Now, each one of those is gonna go to a specific color on the square switch. The red one is the one that we're not gonna be using for the time being because this red one is only for the backlight on the switch, which is not inside here. This is gonna go to your instrument cluster, to the back of an existing switch so that you can pull light from the cluster, because this is only the backlight. This is not gonna turn on any of your accessories. This is not gonna do anything else. In fact, you can skip this completely, but it just looks nicer if you actually connect it to something. But for now, to get things to work, we are just gonna need these 4. If you look at the end of the cables coming from the switch, you'll notice that there's already a little bit of them peeled off. Now we're gonna make our connections. I have this quick release connectors here that I have for demonstration purposes, but you can use any kind of connector, either a butt connector or just solder them together or whatever you wanna do, just make sure that there's good connection between them. And this is what you're gonna do. So the yellow wire is gonna go to the white that comes from the harness. This is yellow from the switch to white on the harness. Then we're gonna do blue wire to the blue wire. Next, we're gonna do green to yellow. So green from the switch to yellow from the harness. And black or ground to ground, as expected. There we go. So that's our connections. Left side is the harness, right side is the switch, and this is how it ends up looking. Now with our connections done, we plug this in, we put the fuse back in, which I already did. Where's the light? Oh, duh, I have the light completely disconnected, no wonder. That's the backlight. And it's pretty convenient because you can switch, you can just keep pressing it, switch the backlight color, and then just set it on whatever you want. Also, listen to this. This is a very satisfying click you get here. Now let's assume you want to change the order of things and you want the backlight to be the top and then you want the main light to be the bottom. In that case, all you have to do is switch the green and the blue wires from their positions. The black and the yellow wires need to stay wherever they are. If it's a different harness that you're coming from and the color coding is different, just make sure that this yellow wire from the switch remains where it belongs, and then the black, the ground, it needs to be where it belongs. That's gonna bring power to all your accessories, to your other relays. And then this is the other two, the green and the blue, these are your relays. So this is gonna power one accessory, this is gonna power another accessory, meaning that if you switch them, they're just gonna power the other accessory, and that's it. No harm done here. You can switch them, and then you press the bottom and it's gonna turn the main light, and you press the top and it's gonna do the backlight. So those two you can flip around. And again, in case you're doing this with some other harness that has different colors, this is gonna be your battery power. So the yellow going to the switch is your battery power. This is always supposed to have power. Blue and green are gonna be your relays, and then this is the ground. And this red wire, as a reminder, this is accessory power. So this, you can tap it into the back of any existing switch or anything that lights up when you turn your headlights on. That's what this is supposed to do, and it's gonna give you a little bit of a blue hue to the image, to the engraving in the front of the switch. So let me show you actually. If we do this, I'm just gonna plug the red wire here with the battery power, connect both of them, bam. And now we're gonna have backlight here. That's what this wire is for. You can ignore it and just not use it ever and it doesn't matter. But yeah, it just looks a little nicer. Again, this is the order of the rest of the things. Green and blue coming from the switch. So switch green and switch blue are interchangeable. You can swap those around. These, yellow and black from the switch, just leave them alone. If you already got them right, just leave them alone. This is the only ones that you'd be potentially maybe switching around. This one you can ignore, or you can just plug it in later, or whatever you want to do with it. There you go. That's how you wire it up. That's how you replace this abomination of a switch with the proper OEM style switch that's gonna look a lot cleaner. Goes right in where one of the blank switches is. Those are pretty hard to push out, by the way. Definitely harder than last generation, but just give it a little force, kind of wedge it in with a screwdriver or something. If you can do it from the back to not leave scratches, that's better. But just push it in hard enough, it'll pop out, and this pops right in. So short of an S-Pod or a Switch Pros or a switch panel of any kind, this is probably the cleanest way to install your Squadron 2.0s. Keeps everything in a single square. You can change your backlight colors super easily, control your main light, obviously. So there it is. If you want to get your own, there's a link in the description. Go buy them at thetacograge.com. We'll see you in the next one.